quit sugar for literally 30 days straight to go from looking like this to looking like this. This video is gonna be filled with insane challenges and so much more. But to reach this point that we're in right now, we gotta go all the way back to day 1. Even though I had done this challenge back in 2024, I realized that this challenge was gonna be way harder than I thought. The reason being, I was sick, and I made this challenge harder for myself, which might not be a very good idea. I drank a really cold milkshake on the 31st of March, and due to the construction work going on at the back of my house, it wasn't helping. The dust got into my lungs and made me extremely sick, so I gave myself the first 4 days to adjust to my body not having sugar before I started working out. What are the rules, you might ask? Well, I can't eat any added sugar except for natural sugars like fruits. I have to follow the routine I made, which I will reveal soon. I have to reveal my before and after photos, which will motivate me to work harder. And I had to do daily updates, and I had to do a physique comparison with my dad. For my routine, there are 3 types: regular, leg, and rest days. For regular days, I wake up, do 10 plank push-ups, 10 rounds of running on this balcony, 10 regular push-ups, and take a cold shower. All in the morning, which will be hard, but I'm used to it because I've done it when I had exams. For leg days, I wake up, walk for about 5 kilometers, and take a cold shower when I get home, which is a bit different from regular days when I used to gorge on junk food. For rest days, I'll just have a cold shower. Starting from day 5, I will work out for 2 days straight, rest for 1 day, and repeat. Day by day, I will challenge myself to make it harder and achieve the results I want. For leg days, I'll go whenever my dad goes, even if it's a rest day. On day 1, I look like this. I'm a 14-year-old with no life, no money, and no purpose. For comparison, this is my dad. He's 58, jacked, and a successful millionaire entrepreneur living his dream life with a failing son. But we're here to change that. To grasp how far I've fallen behind, my dad is not eating or working out half as what he used to in his prime. Now that I think about it, my dad never had abs, but rather physique like The Rock, massive chest and arms. If this video gets 1,000 views, I will somehow convince him to work out like in his prime, and we gotta act fast, because aging never stops. And I'll also do a dad face reveal at 10k subs if he wants to, and if you want it. But nature was not on my side. Since my YouTube studio bedroom was being made, the dust somehow got into our lungs, and now my whole family's sick. But somehow, my dad's perfectly fine. I don't know how, but he's built different.
Yeah, so my throat kinda hurts, my mouth is kinda blocked as well, and I'm gonna go to the parent teacher meeting now. Okay, so I'm back right now, and I'm feeling a lot better than before, and I'm not even craving sugar right now.
Before I started this challenge, I was planning on working out, and working out meant I was at a risk of leaving my dad with no one to succeed him, so I decided to delay. Another day came, but I was not feeling well.
So, bad news, my cough got worse, and also I watched I Shall Speak stream. Please come to Sri Lanka, we want that shout out.
On day 3, I decided it was time for a change, so I decided to go on a walk with my dad. Not just a walk, a full-on leg day.
So it's day 3 right now. My dad said we're going on a walk. As you can remember, in the rules, even if I'm not allowed to work out, I can go walking. So let's go.
I'm so tired all over her body. Oh, she just swallowed.
Okay, so good news, my cough got kind of better. I'm back at home, and let's go and have a cold shower.
Day 4 was more or less the same as day 2. Boring, and from now on, I will skip dialogues for parts like this to cut down on useless screen time.
Welcome to day 3. This is the last day I don't have to exercise, but tomorrow let's start our workout routine.
Day 5 was the first day of working out properly, and I decided to start everything with a leg day. my favorite. I don't know why everyone hates leg day, but I love it.
Welcome to the first day of working out properly, and we're gonna go on a walk.
Day 6 was the same as day 5, but my mom came to work out too.
It is day 6, and we're gonna be walking again. I'm back from a cold shower.
On day 7, my dad said that we're not going walking that day due to his business, but he said we're gonna go earlier than usual, even though it was a rest day for me.
And today is supposed to be a rest day, but my dad said we're gonna walk.
Day 8 was the first time I did a chest or a regular day, and it was wild because I could not even reach my goals. But don't worry, I got a plan to get back on track on day 20, and the transformation is gonna be insane.
So 10 plank push-ups, I think this is how you're supposed to do it. So I can't do 10 plank push-ups yet. I did like 6, so it's enough. So altogether I did like 6 plank push-ups, 2 hours of running, and about 4 regular push-ups. I'm way too exhausted to do any more. I'm just gonna work my way up.
Now, you may think that I'm exaggerating here, but I'm not. The thing is, my body can't function properly without sugar, and getting jacked is gonna have to be postponed to another challenge, since we came here to get skinny, not jacked. Only time will tell if it will happen or not.
Okay, so my chest day is done. I didn't do much because I couldn't do much, but I did what I could, and now I'm gonna have a cold shower.
Day 9 was just like a regular leg day, but this time something incredible happened. Check it out for yourself.
It's day 9, and we're getting ready to go on leg day again. Yes, I'm back, and yes, it is nighttime now, and yes, I got a haircut. And also, I just wanted to say that I drove my dad's car today, and it was amazing.
Just like Jimmy's challenges, I will make myself suffer so that you guys can stay entertained. So from now on, I'm gonna be sleeping on the floor. And yes, most Sri Lankans can't afford white sheets, but that's why I made this YouTube channel, to get my parents to a better place. I did a regular day again for day 11 because I know some of y'all hate leg day.
Day 11, not feeling so good, but I still have to go work out.
Without wasting your time, let me get straight to the point. Another leg day. And don't worry, there will be extreme challenges towards the end of the video that you don't want to miss out on.
It's a leg day.
I had another leg day on old years, as people call it in Sri Lanka. I'm not even kidding.
Welcome to another rest day, and we're going on leg day today again.
We had New Year's and I decided to rest for a few days to regain my sanity and recover my body.
So we had this New Year's thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna take a few days off on working out, but I'm still not gonna eat sugar, and now I have to go.
Now that we're almost halfway through the challenge, let's do a little physique checkup. But before we do that, wait! I see that you're about to click off. I gotta tell you something real quick. I've made it my last mission to meet James Steven Donaldson, aka Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast. Please help out a bro by tagging Shumi in the comments, and let's also create a hashtag called #BeastSriLanka and spread it all across the platform so I can finally meet Shumi. And in case I waste your time here, you can join my epic Discord server with over 30 members who can share it as compensation for me potentially wasting your time here. Link in the description, and this is what I looked like on day 15. I also decided to have a cheat meal. No sugar, just some good old burger. And I did my research. That burger does not contain any added sugar apart from the vegetables. And I'm not gonna say which burger because I know some weird people on YouTube will make up stereotypes and call me black. Subscribe to see the end result because it's crazy. On day 16, I locked in.
I have wasted way too much time, so from now on, I'm gonna lock it. Day 17.
On day 18, I went to a mall, my dad got a new phone, and we watched the Minecraft movie. Don't worry, the popcorn was sugar-free because I did my research.
Here's day 18 and another rest day. Day 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27. Day 28, only 2 days left. As you could hear, I don't know if you can hear it, there was some construction going on. Yeah, let's just continue with the day. It's a rest day.
Overall, days 19 to 29 were boring, but my muscles and fat drained all the way down at day 15, and then I started gaining muscle because my body got used to the diet.
Day 29, it's another leg day, and there's only 1 day left.
On day 30, I spent my time reflecting on all the ups and downs of this challenge, from getting exhausted to enjoying rest days. I lived every second of it. I wanted to do a challenge, but I was too weak for it. If you're living a life, make sure you trade it for things that are worth it. It started raining as my sadness amplified inside me. I missed this challenge.
You know, as much as I wanted this challenge, and it's fun, and I hate not having fun, but yeah, I didn't get this out as quickly as possible so I can revive my channel and retire my parents. So let's do it. Look at that dog there.
Because I had succeeded, I started singing sidewalks to calm myself down, and even when I'm sick, my voice sounds decent.
I ran out of cheese when I was 16.
I don't remember the rest of the song. Yeah, but it's a cool song. Yeah, I did change the lyrics because I can't say the N-word, obviously.
After spending time expressing my sadness that the challenge had ended, I headed inside to show you the end result. Keep in mind that building aesthetic bodies or bulky bodies take years. Considering I used to look like this when I was 10, this is a huge improvement. Now I have little to no body fat, with little to no muscle. Now I gotta bulk up. I now have way more muscle and way less body fat at the time of recording, if you're wondering. I quit sugar for 30 days and put myself through all of this suffering, so please watch this video to see how I did the largest channel rebrand I've ever done. And remember, myth equals death, unplug your computer in a thunderstorm, and I'm Mr. Beast Gang. See you around.